Hello and welcome to The Hero Spouse. I'm Kendra Ruth, here to answer one of your questions about marriage and midlife crisis. Today we have an anonymous female left behind and forward-moving spouse with a bomb drop of October 2nd, 2022, a date of marriage of 2011. She has a high-energy relay player who is a clinging boomerang. She says, my husband recently told me that he wants nothing to do with the alienator and that she has serious issues. Alienators do have serious issues often. He is adamant that divorce is the only option because he needs closure. He has deep shame and regret and says we can't fix what is broken. He says his life is a complete disaster, but he can't heal while in limbo with our marriage. So, is he broken or is the marriage broken? Because he's telling you that he knows it's him. And he says, I asked that because he uses the we can't fix what it's broken. But he's like saying it's the marriage. It's not the marriage though. It's like, yeah, hun, I can't fix you. You're right. That's you. You have to go fix you. Then there's this piece. So his life is a complete disaster, but he can't heal while in limbo with our marriage. And what he's saying is there's a psychological barrier that's holding him. It's not you, but not everybody has that psychological barrier to the piece of paper, to the idea. Because imagine that you are separate. He's here, you're living your own lives, but there's the paper. You haven't done the final legal extraction, legal dissolution. That's a psychological barrier if he can't move forward with it. Okay. I see this as just another attempt of him trying to use external solutions to solve inside problems. Yeah. He tells me I'm holding him back from healing because I won't let him go. Yet he doesn't file and is pushing me to do it. That's your key. Right there. I am standing and very much against divorce, but wondering if it's something I need to do in order for him to see that it won't fix how he feels. No. No, you don't. I know I answered that really fast. No, it's not that you're not going to, I don't like it when they say, will you give me the divorce? The courts do that. It's not that you're not going to go along with the divorce when it happens because you can't stop a divorce. Let's say there's a divorce in process because he hasn't filed, but supposing there is. And you can do a few things. You can be one who's like, you do everything you need to do for the divorce, or you can do everything you need to do to drag it out legally. And the first one I would be saying would be more giving him the divorce. Not doing anything extra, but not trying to drag it out legally. I always have to, point that out. You're not allowed to deliberately try and drag it out. But absolutely, he can file. He's telling you that you're holding him back when he won't do it. There are two people in this marriage, and both of them are allowed to file for divorce. And you don't need two people to file. You only need one. And he's blaming you for not filing and that you're holding him hostage. Hello, there's one other person that could go file for divorce. It's only two of us here. You're 50% of them, and the 50% that is you doesn't want to do it, doesn't have a need to do it, doesn't feel it's the right action. No, doesn't believe in it. Period. So, hey, what about you, buddy? You want the divorce. You're holding me back by not doing it. No, here's when you would then be holding him back. He would have a right claim to saying you're holding him back if you're dragging it out. Rightfully or not, even if you're in the law. But at least you might be holding it back. Slowing it down, all of those things. But right now, no, absolutely not. Don't go solve his problems for him. And you can tell him that right to his face. No. I'm not going to, and it's, I don't even want you saying, I'm not going to make this easy on you. That might come off wrong. But I'm not going to solve your problems for you. If you want a divorce, there are two of us. we're both allowed to file. And we're both allowed to choose not to file. I don't want a divorce. That leaves it on you. Now, when should you file? If you did want it, go for it. Or if you needed to file for legal protections, if there were financial protection, some form of protection you needed to have, yeah, go for it. But don't file because I think this is going to fix him. That's just you trying to save him in a roundabout way. Really. I mean, like, well, if I file, then he'll save himself. But if I don't file, he won't save himself. So him saving himself, I know I said saving himself, but required something from you. So really, you did it to get him to save himself. You shouldn't have to enter into the equation of him saving himself. Other than that, we can all help by make a conducive environment. But your not filing isn't making an inconducive, would that be the word, environment? It's not making a detrimental environment. It's just you saying no. And you're allowed to do that, and you should do that. It's not what you want. It's okay. Own that. Own that it's not what you want. Yeah, I agree. He's looking at external solutions to solve his problems. He said it's not the marriage. I'm sure there was somewhere in here. He said it's not the marriage. I get the feeling and the fear that I can't heal while in limbo. But, buddy, hey, you know what? You're not in limbo. You're gone. And let him know, hey, you left. You're gone. There are certain requirements maybe that we have if you have kids together. Do you have a separation agreement for who pays who? All these things. But hey, why do you feel like you are tied here? Because the law says that we're married, or because the church says that we're married? There are a lot of people out there that leave and say, hey, I walked out the door, so I don't feel married. It works for them. No. Right now, you are already emotionally divorced. Okay? And I'm not saying you want to be, but right now, you're not. There's a separation between the two of you. Even if you're not in opposition to him. There's a separation. He doesn't need more than that. And if he really feels he does, he can do the work. Let him do it. Okay? I want you to be strong. That's a boundary. And you can talk to him about that. But you have to be firm when you talk to him about it. It won't. See, you say, I need to do in order for him to see that it won't fix how he feels. You don't need to do it for him to see that. He needs to do it. He needs to do it. You're still trying to fix things. Okay. So that's what I want you working on. Not only your detachment, but being a fixer. Try to work on stop being a fixer. Okay. Okay. I hope this helps. And I will